to this official unveiling of a tribute to the relationship and friendship with the people of Grimma and Leduc. My name is Beverly Beckett, a counselor with the City of Leduc.
Yeah.
I will be your MC.
No, bring it up to your mouth.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
I will be your MC for this afternoon, and thinking I've got the mic in the proper place now, I'm going to share. The washrooms are located in the Stageworks building, and they will be open until 3:30. I hope that this will be a time to share stories and memories that we hold dear of the integrity and the generosity of our visits to Germany and the reciprocal in Canada. This morning, as I was reflecting on the 2011 visit, it took me back to my morning meditations on the walking trails at the Mulda. Etched in my memory is the gentle morning fog and the peace that I felt. Life is such a dichotomy because in the same breath, we focus on the great flood of 2002. The torrential rain, the opening of the weirs, and a consequential 8-meter wall of water flooding downtown Grimma. I had the honor of being invited to the homes of Yata and Jochen, Marianne and Dietmar, to enjoy a meal, hear their personal recount of this tragedy. Together we cried, and then we said, roast. Roast to a new day. So this monument is so Grimma. In the face of adversity, these people know how to stand like a rock. Right now, I would like to invite Brad Steins to the microphone. He is chairman of the Communities in Bloom Committee. Please, Brad.
Hey!
I know it's not working so well.
Thank you.
Can you hear without?
No. I tried. Welcome everyone for coming out today. I'm sure that you'd rather be sitting in your offices or in the garden, one of the two or three. The whole aspect or concept of the Grimma Garden, it probably took about 3 years to materialize, but after 2 visits with my wife and Councillor Judy Archie to Grimma, they're out doing their business meetings, that type of thing. I'm just the suitcase carrier and the shopper. So, oh, by the way, anyone who has been in Grimma, I got my Grimma shoes on. Do you?
Yep.
I'm good. Excellent. Horticulture is my background, so seeing all the different gardens and yards and landscapes over there, it just got me thinking, like, the economics are so important to any community or country, but it all stems in the soil. So it was probably over a glass of wine or something like that, but I did say to Mayor Greg, okay, Greg, enough of this. Louder?
A bottle.
Oh, a bottle. Absolutely. It was probably Jägermeister, but I said enough of this shenanigans about the economics. We got to get down to the root of things. We need the garden to be a tribute to them and in reversal as well. So that's where this all came about. And, thanks to Todd, Ritu, Brenda, Lyle, like the whole Public Works Committee, they worked so hard on doing this here. And to my committee from Communities in Bloom and the Stone Barn Garden, there's a lot of thought and a few almost headbutting that came about before we could decide exactly what we were going to do. But I think it's all turned out for the better. And finding this rock, which was dug out of one of the new developments in Leduc, Robson community, when we seen that, we just said, yes, that's the one. And I just want to make an announcement as well to, okay, we'll let that get overhead. To Roger and Linda Shore from the Songwriter Art Millet, who did the artwork on it, masterpieces in their own right. Thank you so much for having the visionary to put into rock what we were thinking in our heads. And that's what I would like to say. Enjoy the sunshine and enjoy the moment. And I'll turn it over to Evan.
Thank you very much, Brad. And now I'm going to call on Mayor Christie to bring greetings on behalf of the City of Leduc.
Thank you, Beverly. It's really great to see so many friends of Grimma out to celebrate this plaque unveiling. I'm really pleased to be able to stand before you as the mayor of this great community. I have two fellow councilors here with me, Beverly Beckett and Dana Smith. And you know, what this is a testament to the strength of our relationship. Granite lasts forever. And that's what this partnership is all about. I was able to go over to Grimma 3 times. And I was part of the delegation that really saw the economic side of Grimma and the surrounding area, as well as the human side. And the last visit that we had to Grimma, they had a planting. One of the things that Grimma is known for is its lilacs. And so they did a planting of some individual lilac trees representing all of the different partnerships that they had in France, elsewhere in Germany, in Belgium, and of course us. That was sort of an impetus for us to do something as well. And I don't pretend to be the one that came up with the idea. We have to thank Brad for that. You know, Brad is the kind who can see what can be in the future. We start with little plants like this, but he sees what it's going to look like in 5 or 10 years. Brad was involved in the development of this whole area as part of the Communities in Bloom Committee. And look what it's become. And we know that this garden is going to end up the same. There is some lilacs planted in here. Just for the benefit of all of you here, you'll see our communications team from the City of Leduc. They're taking individual pictures as well as a video memory of this ceremony. I wish that this relationship with Grimma will last for many years. I'm so pleased that we have our honorary council that has came out today. Thank you very much. A former honorary council as well, Fritz Koenig as well, that has come out, as well as honorary council Hubert. This is a special day, and George Rogers wished that he could be with us. As you know, they were swearing in the new premier this afternoon, and he felt that it was probably a good idea to be with your boss in his finest hour. So he wasn't able to join us today, but he wanted me to especially say that he regrets not being able to be here. I'm just really pleased that so many people have come out to join us. This is a special day. On behalf of the City of Leduc, that's what we want. Cheers.
Thank you, Mayor Gregg. And now I'd like to call on Fritz Koenig, who will be bringing the historical information for us.
First of all, I feel hope. Because I always said, the Duke is phenomenal. He's always giving an example for entrepreneurial spirit, for friendship, and for development of the community. I had two big events in my time as German honorary consul. One was in 2002 to partner Saxony and our wonderful province of Alberta. The premier at this time was Ralph Klein, and the premier of Saxony was Professor Dr. Kurt Biedenkopf, a former federal minister. How did we come to Grimma? We were on a trip with Mayor Bill Smith. We called this trip Project Germany to find German investors, perhaps coming to Alberta or Albertans going to Germany. And we were in the city of Leipzig, the biggest city of Saxony. 5 or 6 or 7 days before, it was a horrible flooding in Grimma, and we were asked if we not would like to see what was going on there. So it was Mayor Bill Smith, it was the former German honorary consul before Carol became it, Bernd Reucher and Jutta Sirkin and myself. So we made a stopover in Grimma. What we saw was horrible. I cannot describe it. I only like to give you an impression. You see this wonderful town hall. To the first floor is the stairs outside. Everything was covered with water and garbage and everywhere. They just started cleaning up. I've never seen such a disastrous German medieval city. So we went on and were impressed. What we saw, we came late to Dresden, and later on we came home to Alberta to share again. And immediately we were talking about this city of and damage of Grimma in the German community, and immediately we initiated, not only me, I like to mention all the friends. Heinz Kleist, he was the president of the German Canadian Cultural Association, Association of Alberta. It was Dr. Horst Schmidt, you know more. It was Helmut Wolter, the president of the German Canadian Cultural Association. It was Bernd Reucher, our former consul, and this time he was head of the German Canadian Business Association. And I'd like to mention also Arne Job, the editor of the Albertaner. They came all together and we initiated a fundraiser. A fundraiser for somebody we didn't know, but only we could talk about, and we saw the pictures in TV. The fundraiser went so well, we had 30 or 35,000, I don't know exactly, I think it was 35. And our friend, Jim Slotewski, nowadays speaker, he said, I will match this 100% with the White Rose Foundation donation. So we all brought together approximately $70,000 to Grimma. And out of this, they one time asked me and said, Mr. Koenig, or should I say, Fritz, it would be wonderful having a partnership with such wonderful people in Alberta. Oh! Immediately I reacted and said, I have a town close to Edmonton, I will go in contact with them. So, I had immediately 3 partners talking and initiating out of home. Ladies first. was my friend Ray Christian, and it was my friend John Warwick. So we initiated to talk, and we brought these talks to Germany, and we realized one time that it would fit wonderful. We compare economics, culture, development of city, and so the friendship between these two towns developed. It was absolutely perfect when we were in Grimma and we had our wonderful marching band at the Saxony Day, seeing only one band of North America marching and playing. It was, I can tell you, it was outstanding, and afterwards we had a couple of wonderful visits, and I think we can give all our greetings to Mayor Berger and his friends of the town of Grimma. I hope that this stone is really a rock, and it is a really continuing friendship going on between Grimma and Leduc. What we can do, my friend Harold Kuckes, our German honorary consul, and I, and Dr. Bernd Reuser, we do everything what's possible. I thank you again for your generosity, for your inspiration to make this friendship happen. May it continue. Have a wonderful time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Koenig. I would now like to invite Pat to come forward. He is the past executive director of the Leduc Minister's Economic Development Association to share a few words. Thank you very much. I promised Mayor Christie that what happened in Grimma would stay in Grimma. So I will keep my remarks short. But wow, I think Fritz did such an amazing job of giving you all the history about why he came into my office one day and said, and told me about the flood, told me about the partnership with the province of Saxony that our province of Alberta enjoyed, and said, I think we should write a letter and invite Grimma to come and visit the city and the county. And I said, I think that's a great idea. We were allowed to form partnerships, not allowed. We were encouraged to form partnerships and share technologies, exchange best practices for business, all of those good things. So when Fritz said, I think you should write a letter inviting them to come. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I don't remember the date, but I remember saying, absolutely yes. And he said, I think you should write it now. And I said, okay. And we did. And in 2005, on April 19th, they came into one of our partnership breakfasts. And I think the plaque here really does say what I wanted to say from the beginning, which is they came in as strangers, they left as friends. Our first trip over there, by the time we came back, we were family. And when we went to Saxony days, which actually we were reimbursed by the province of Saxony to attend, 400,000 people in Saxony. And we'd be walking down the street, and Burgermeister Berger would come up and whisper in my ear, everything okay, Pat? It's absolutely phenomenal. It was so personal. And it's a partnership that I think really exemplifies how easy it is to do business around the world when you just say yes. Thanks so much. Thank you very much, Pat. And now I will call on Henry Rutkowski, and he's going to read the plaque in German.
I'm going to start out in the English language and I'm going to end up with the German. Number one, I'd just like to explain a few things here, that we as the basic born Germans are still trying to live in the tradition of the old German. And this one here, this plaque here, is a good reminder that we still being reminded that we have a culture and also a tradition that we follow. Now I'm going to read a little bit that's been said before, and I think the mayor, Greg would have said it a little better. He could have done it in German also, because he did it all in English. I'm going to read it in German now. Grimma, Leduc, Garten und Freundschaft aus Fremden werden Freund. Die Jahrhunderte 2002 in Grimma, eine Stadt 25 Kilometer südlich von Leipzig in Sachsen, Deutschland, war der Beginn einer lebenslangen Freundschaft zwischen unseren beiden Gemeinden, auf der Grundlage gleicher Attitüd und Werte wurden in 2006 in einem Partnerschaftskonvent unterzeichnet. Grimma teilt unsere Liebe für die Währung von Geschichten und Verschönerungen unserer Gemeinde. Dieses Fels und umgebende Garten symbolisch und Freundschaft und bleibender Respekt. And I have to say that me personally, I will not forget the trips that we made down there and the impact that they had on us, also that maybe we had on them. And I hope that this will last for years to come. Thank you very much.
Dankeschön. And now Mayor Christie is going to read the plaque in English.
Before I read the plaque, just for those who may not be aware, or as a reminder to those who already know, Grimma is a community of almost 30,000 people that is surrounded by agriculture, has a thriving industrial area very close by, and within 25 kilometers, a major city. Does that remind you of anything you know? This is a perfect partnership. German technology in oil and gas area, in environmental areas, in advanced manufacturing is second to none. But we have a lot that we can tell them as well as they telling us. We've been working on partnerships economically for, well, the last 6-7 years, and we have had some success. Not as much as I would like, but we have had great success nonetheless. And as Pat Black said, first of all, we built a friendship. Then we built a family relationship. From that will come an economic explosion. I think that's a little high, but we feel that there will be some good economic activity that will come out of this. As Brad mentioned, it's not only the economic side that's important. In our community, we try and live with the softer side, the quality of life side that's so important in a community. Certainly, we showed that as Albertans when we helped out our neighbors in Germany after the flood. But it's what we do in our own communities to beautify the communities, to make them stronger communities, and make sure that we are doing the types of things that makes people feel like they're part of a community. I certainly got that feeling when we were over in Germany. They were a family. They enjoyed doing things together. It's a beautiful community. They work hard to keep that community looking great. This is our way to say, you know what, we recognize that and we want to be part of the future. So this is what we said. You probably have read it already, but I'm going to read it once again. When strangers became friends, the flood disaster of 2002 in Grimma, a city 25 kilometers southeast of Leipzig, Saxony, Germany, was the beginning of a lifelong friendship between our two communities. With similar attributes and values, a formal partnership was welcomed and signed in 2006. Grimma shares our love of preserving history and community beautification. This rock and the surrounding garden symbolizes our friendship and enduring respect. Here's to Grimma.
This concludes the formal portion of our afternoon, and I invite you to enjoy the glorious sunshine in the Stone Barn Garden and all the friends that are gathered here today. Thank you for coming.